Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crown by Kenzie. Happy Hump Day! Whew. Friday Eve before Eve. Friday Eve is what it is. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, warm, and dry day. It's kind of rainy here and very, very cold, but praise the Lord, I get to stay inside and I do not have to go out for anything. All right. So, speaking of being in the house and not having to go out for anything, have you guys had a chance to watch TMZ present Saving Wendy Williams on Tubi? Baby, when I tell y'all I just watched it and did it give? Oh, yes, it gave everything it was supposed to give. And she finally reveals who and what caused this whole situation that she's now found herself in. And I'm just going to say this, I knew it all along. I have been saying it for years. I even sent someone on Instagram a DM back when it first happened on who and why I think this situation happened. And if I can find that DM, I'm going to show you guys. But before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell, and share. And make sure to let your friends and family know about you crown kings and queens over here on Crown by Kenzie, okay? All right, so before we get into that, why don't we get into this intro and I'll be right back.
How you doing?
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, yeah, get into it. Now, I've been waiting. And for a while, for the past few weeks, Wendy has been doing a lot of interviews. Oh, she started with the Breakfast Club and then it went to, I think, Don Lemon and then it went somewhere else. So, her and her niece Alex have been doing a lot of interviews here lately. But I remember during that time she did an interview with Harvey Levin from TMZ. And something in my mind told me it's going to be more to follow because Harvey, if I'm not mistaken, is an attorney or was an attorney or just an attorney. He's licensed but not practicing, however, has it. But I knew it was going to be a little bit more to this. So today, y'all, let me tell you something. Yesterday, the documentary dropped on Tubi. TMZ presents Free Wendy, and I'm not surprised. And a lot of you guys have been saying this. It was more. Wendy got into a lot more. You got to go and watch it for yourselves. Or I might do a video later on about some of the other parts of it. But I had to get to this part. But so anyway, I knew it. I knew who was the catalyst behind this situation, allegedly. And let me say this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before we go any further. Before we go any further, all commentary is alleged, okay? But I have a feeling who caused this whole situation, but I'm going to let you guys hear it for yourselves. Now, this comes directly from Wendy's mouth, okay? So, in case you have not watched the documentary, listen up.
My son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me?
Y'all heard it there. You heard it straight from Wendy's mouth. And let me tell y'all something. I said this years ago when it first happened back in 2023. Now, if you guys will recall, back in 2023, Kevin Hunter Jr., he denied claims that he had charged Wendy's Amex card for $100,000 or somewhere around $100,000. I think, if I'm not mistaken, a part of that he said was Uber Eats. Some of it was to take care of his mom and other miscellaneous needs, but he denied that he that he was really pretty much taking advantage of her finances during that time where she was, going through her situations, alcoholism, recuperating, so on and so forth. But he denied it. And that's when Wells Fargo stepped in. And that's when this whole situation just spiraled out of control. And the next thing you know, Wendy's somewhere locked up in New York and cannot get hold of her finances. According to him, at the time, he said that he had to pay for ways to transport her, to set up appointments, so on and so forth, transport her back and forth from New York to Florida, where he lives at in Miami. Now, according to Yahoo News, back in 23, there was an article that Kevin Hunter Jr. was there were accusations that he had stolen $100,000 or swindled or whatever have you, $100,000 off of his mom's Amex card. Now, again, this is a Yahoo News interview that he did in 2023, and they quoted him saying, "I had to look for ways to transport her. If we had to get to an appointment up there in New York, we would have to book a private plane," he explained. If we had to make a certain appointment down here in Florida, we had to book it on the Amex. This college student claims his use of Wendy's Amex card was first brought up as an issue in guardianship court after Wells Fargo petitioned for one takeover the media maven's affairs. In court documents, they brought up the American Express situation. Now, this is according to Kevin Hunter Jr. They made this a much bigger issue, he said. When she was here, the Amex card was our only source of paying for things. Hunter Jr. claimed his mother knew how much and how often her Amex was being used. And then he goes on to say, and what she would do was she would read her credit card statement at the end of the month, and I never took advantage of it, he added. All right. He also goes on to say, I'm not going to get into this whole part. Well, I will. And this is another part of the article. The TV celebrity was in Florida from late 2021 to the spring of 2022, where she was in her son's care. He insisted, her son, that former manager Bernie Young and Sabrina Morrissey, her financial advisor for Wells Fargo, who's now her legal guardian, wanted her to return to New York for work as soon as possible, regardless of her health concerns. According to Kevin Hunter Jr., they knew that in having her here in Florida, they were losing a lot of their earnings, he said of the former manager and financial advisor. Having her there in an environment, having her here in an environment where the number one priority isn't being at the Wendy Williams show or to be at certain appointments or whatever, they were more annoyed by the fact that they didn't have the control that they have had over her all these years, from my perspective. That's his perspective, not mine. Because when she's in New York, it's a lot easier to pull her around to certain places and isolate away from the family so that she doesn't have any other influences to make choices that are for her health and not for her financial benefit, he continued. Um, Hunter Jr. claims didn't stop there as he went on to allege he was also locked out of his school's fund account, which you guys know he was in Miami for college and he just graduated recently, leaving him unable to pay for his education except for access to the Amex card. According to him, they had also locked me out of my school accounts, so anything that I would normally be able to pay for on my own through my school accounts, they had locked me out of. So we had to use the Amex to get through, he said. Growing up in a wealthy household, Hunter Jr., who's the TV star shares with husband Kevin Hunter Sr., also admitted his spending via the Amex card was never brought into question until the guardianship hearings. He was quoted again as saying, "I have always used the Amex, always," he said. "Before everything that happened, ever since I was young, starting in the sixth grade, she always allowed me access to a credit card, whether it was for an emergency or because I wanted something." Hunter said his mother wanted him to enjoy certain access to things, his belief her son, I'm sorry, his belief, as he told the Sun, was that her employees took issue with his involvement when he raised serious concerns regarding her health. But once I made that clear that I was very serious, then it became about certain evidence being brought up against me, and transactions were brought against me to make it seem like I was taking advantage of her American Express account, he said. Williams' son further maintained that he didn't care about being flashy, and he was hurt by accusations that he was taking advantage um, of his mother, a claim that he contends is far from the truth. They were like, look how much he uses his mom Amex, and saying I was taking advantage of her and using it for my own intentions, and that was not the case, he said. Woo. Now, since he brought it up, and again, this is all according to a 2023 article from Yahoo News. Um, Back then, I myself, in the text message I told, or the Instagram DM I told you guys about, I saw a picture of that private jet when it was first posted because I follow him and I have been for years on social media. And so when that picture was posted, I noticed and I thought to myself, that's not Wendy. Because if you know, you know, even though Wendy wears her fashions, her Louis Vuitton and everything else, Wendy is very frugal. And if it's one thing that she has made clear on her show time and time again, that she does not pay for private jets. If a show wants her somewhere, if she's doing a show like she did the Masked Singer or whatever that show is called, they pay for the private jet. She does not come out of her pocket and pay for private plane access. She has made that clear over the years, and up until that time that she ended her show, she made that clear. She does not take private jets. So when I saw that, I said to myself, something's going on, because that's weird. But then a little while after that, when this whole situation is guardianship, or when Wells Fargo first froze her accounts, I said, wait a minute, no, this is exactly why. That is exactly why that happened. When it all came out, I knew it. And again, I sent someone a DM, someone well known in entertainment. I sent them a DM and we kind of, had a little, or, whatever conversation about that. But yeah, I knew it. But anyway, this ain't about me. I want you guys to continue to listen to what Wendy reveals regarding her son and taking her money.
All I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, and that this is still going on, because, that's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo. Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people. It's going on with my son. And where's my phone? Where's my phone, Cat?
So anyway, y'all caught that, right? Other people. So wait a minute. Everything that was in that article from Yahoo News, you said that you were just doing for her. But now Wendy reveals that there were other people involved. Oh no, baby. I'm dead. If I'm gonna take anything from my parent, in which I would never do that without consent, but ain't no damn way I'm gonna allow somebody else to even come in and take advantage of my mother. Oh hell no. Oh, child, no. Ain't no way. But y'all keep listening. Again, all commentary is alleged, but listen to what was in the court docs. Pay attention.
Then where is my phone? Why are you keeping my phone? Why? And there was nothing that I could do without my phone. You know what I'm saying? Who am I going to call? I don't know anybody in Miami. I don't know anybody in Florida except for my family, But that is my life. And so my son is overspending. And I'm like, okay, what is going on?
All right, guys, I'm going to stop it right there. All right, so you guys remember when Wendy was in Florida and, I told you that in the Yahoo News article. You guys remember when Wendy was in Florida and she took the picture of her laying in the bed, looks like she was eating something healthy. And then you remember that video of her walking on the beach, and then also that video of her in the condo in Florida, saying that she won't give me my money or something like that. That was all during that time. And you guys heard it right there. You heard it from her that she couldn't get her phone. So damn, everybody taking Wendy's phone. Her son taking her phone, the guardian taking her phone. I guess they know Wendy talk too damn much, so ain't no way this game gonna blow over without Wendy telling it. But y'all keep listening. That's messed up to do your mom like that. But keep listening.
One of these documents in September of 2022, Wells Fargo, your bank, said you were the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation with respect to your money. Who was unduly influencing you? Who is the person that was doing this?
Thank you. Listen, my son.
I told y'all. I told y'all already. And she told y'all in the beginning. But y'all just heard the court document. So continue to listen. And that was Harvey Levin from TMZ. But continue to listen.
Is a really good person. You know what? Oh, God, I'm not going to cry about that shit. Oh, I'm sorry for cursing. Look, my son is a good person. But at this point, he is a horrible person to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the way he moves with other people. You know what I'm saying? And what is going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
Other people. And I'm with Wendy. Now, I followed this guy, her son, for years now on social media, and he does not seem like a bad kid whatsoever. Now, I don't know. That's just from what I see on social media. You know, we don't know each other. We never know how a person is behind closed doors. But she said to herself, her son is a good kid, and he seems to be. So that's why I'm not going to go as hard on him, but I am going to go hard on him, okay? One reason I'm not is because he's young. We all have been young and we've made not so smart decisions, whether it be about our lives or someone else's lives. We've all been there, okay? So I'm not going to come down on him. And, you know, unless you're in that situation where your mom has millions and millions and millions of dollars and so many responsibilities and in this world, so many businesses, you never know when she started spiraling and going through her situation. You never know the pressure that was placed upon him, pressure that he did not ask for. Okay. But also with that grace, because I ain't gonna tear somebody down without building them up. Okay. But also with that grace, it's common sense. Okay. If you can't handle it, I'm sure your mom has many contacts that you can call somebody to get somebody to help you with the situation if it's getting to a point that you cannot handle. Okay. But honestly, with taking her phone and the Yahoo article and the private jet post and so on and so forth, it don't look right. It does not look right whatsoever. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that. I can't even say it does not look right. And then also to include other people with taking advantage of your mom. Nobody. Kevin. Nobody. Now if this did in fact happen, it's no justification for that. There's no justification of bringing in other people and having them take advantage of your mom, especially what she reveals next happened. Y'all listen.
There was a situation where Kevin says he wanted to rent a boat for his birthday for $1,500 and ended up getting a boat that rented out for $113,000. And he blamed it on the bank, that the bank wanted him to have that. That never really made sense to me.
Normie, you know what I'm saying? He has a way of getting with, a couple of other people. You know what I'm saying? My son is not the only one, you know what I'm saying, involved with my money. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, somebody pretended to be me, okay? And it wasn't anybody in my family. It happens to be a person that I was introduced by my son. You know what I'm saying? And it's a woman approximately my age group. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody from the family. Listen, this woman called on the phone pretending to be
What in the
me.
world?
Red flag.
Now he went far. He went far. This does not make any sense whatsoever. You went far. You even went so far as to have that person, whoever that is, call in and pretend to be your mother. Wait a minute, $113,000 to rent a boat, and you said that the bank wanted you to have that? How does the bank want one to have a yacht or to rent a boat, a yacht, whatever, for their birthday? Does the bank do that? Because I need for my bank to want me to have something extravagant like that for my birthday. Come on and rent me one. I need to give them a call. Bring. My birthday coming up December the 2nd. Go ahead and get those boat plans together. Because, that does not make any... You see how stupid that sounds? That does not make any sense. And again, from what I said in the beginning, Wendy does not roll extravagantly like that. She does not. This is the woman who roll her clothes up in her Louis Vuitton bag and take it on her flights just so she wouldn't have to pay extra. Private jets, yachts. But y'all remember from that movie, the Menendez brothers, if you watch that, that's kind of a telltale sign that when the parents have a shitload of money, like Wendy, they're very wealthy, and they restrict their kids from that money and make them live somewhat of an average lifestyle when it comes to the money that they have access to and are able to spend. They tend to, when they get a chance, they do a big money grab. And sometimes, unfortunately, in the Menendez situation, they did whatever it took, including knocking off their parents, allegedly, to get their hands on that money. But thank God Kevin Jr. did not do that, okay? So, praise the Lord for that. But you get where I'm going with that, right? But you guys continue to listen.
Wells Fargo, red flag. And so red flag, thank God, they stopped all of the money that had been stolen from me by these people. You know what I'm saying? And they stopped, and fortunately I still have money left. And that's, that's, I guess guardian. Guardian, you know what I'm saying? Well, thank God.
I guess having Wells Fargo step in was a kind of like a gift and a curse, wouldn't you say? I would, because on one hand, the gift was they stopped it. They put an end to it because God knows where Wendy would be in this situation financially if he had taken her money and he ran through it and had this other person gain access. Because in order for this other person, I'm sure, to gain access to Wendy's account, they had to know some personal information, a lot of personal information, because I'm sure with that amount of money, they had her stuff on locked down. So you had to jump through hoops to get her information. So in order for this person to do that, to get a hold of her bank or get a hold of her accounts. So in order for that person, whomever it was, to pretend to be her, they had to know all of her information, and God knows how much of it they remembered. You know, you never know. God knows what they ran up on this woman's credit, so on and so forth. So, whew, that's crazy. That is crazy. Now let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think it was Sharina, his dad's his dad baby mother? Y'all think it was her? I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't putting that out there. I ain't about to start no mess. But I just had that in my mind. But so and like I said, the gift was that part that they stepped in, but then the curse of it is they stepped in and they snatched away for her and from her and him. So can't nobody get the money. Nobody got access to the money. Like in my sweet tea voice. So, ooh, a gift and a curse, catch 22 situation, but continue to listen.
When I got involved with this shit, I didn't even know what a guardian was. You know what I'm saying? And turns out for me, you know, oh my God, Wendy, you're being protected by your money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because my son doesn't have my money. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know, family, I don't know family's money. They don't know my money. You understand what I'm saying? So, okay, this guardian person will look out for my money. But in the process of that, I've been here for 3 years. What kind of money is she making from me? She told me that she hasn't made any money from me. You know what I'm saying? Is that possible, Harvey?
I answer it for Harvey. It's not. And according to Harvey, he said that per court documents, the judge did authorize for the guardian to be paid from Wendy's account. So there you have it, because this lady ain't working for free. And what's she trying so hard to lock down if she's not getting paid for it? Child, please. How unfortunate. Y'all, stick with the movement. Free Wendy, free Wendy, free Wendy. I'm telling y'all, hashtag it, everything. Share this video. Check out my Instagram page, KrowndByKenzie. Check out my Facebook page, KrowndByKenzie. I posted some stories up. Make sure you guys go and watch TMZ present Saving Wendy. On Tubi, it's free. Y'all don't have to pay for it in case you're unfamiliar with Tubi. Okay? It's free, but it's very, very good. I do advise you guys to check it out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell, and let me know what you think about this commentary. Let me know what you think about this whole Wendy Williams situation and whatever. You guys take care. Thanks for watching Crowned by Kenzie. Have a wonderful rest of y'all day. Let me get to my meeting. Bye.
How you doing?